Hey everyone, make sure we're in the right place. Give everyone a chance to find us. Hopefully everyone's doing good on this wonderful day. Okay, let's see. You know, Facebook's making changes again, so hopefully I can see everyone. Make sure you comment, say hello, let me know you're here, and we will get started in just a couple of minutes. I don't know about you, but I am loving this cooler weather. Not so much the rain, although we needed it, but definitely enjoying the cooler weather. So again, we'll wait another minute or two to let everyone find us. Hopefully notifications are working. So much is going on. The new catalog. Oh my gosh, so much. What's going to happen if I did? Okay. I think you're going to love this fun fold. All right. Well, it is 8:30 on Thursday, September the 4th, right? Yes, my goodness, September 4th already. I hope you had a wonderful Labor Day. Mine was very laid back. It was nice to enjoy just running errands here and there and doing simple things. We didn't really do much other. A lot is going on this week. On Tuesday, actually, I lied. Yesterday, the 3rd, which is a change for us. Normally, when we release new product, it's on a Tuesday, and they actually released it yesterday. But our brand new holiday mini catalog went live. If you are not currently working with a demonstrator and haven't already gotten a hard copy and you'd like one, please let me know and I'll be happy to get one to you. You're welcome to pick it up or I'm happy to mail it to you. I don't charge for my catalogs. So again, just let me know that you'd like one and I will get it for you. I am not going to walk through the catalog. You can see it up online, at least not tonight. I've placed an order and that is due to come in early next week. And so once it gets here, then we will kind of do a catalog haul like I normally do. In addition to the new mini catalog going live, we also have a brand new offering in our online exclusives. Both of these two new product lines are going to pretty much cover everything that you might need for all of your holiday crafting. You've got fall in there, you've got snowflakes, Christmas. There's just a wide variety of things. So I'm anxious to show all of them to you, at least all my favorites that I have coming. So we'll, of course, be working with them for the next 3 months, September, October, no, 4 months, actually. We also have 2 brand new kits. One is called A Road to Christmas and features, of course, the old country red Ford truck, which is near and dear to my heart. My father-in-law had an old Ford that he passed down to Mark, and Mark drove it for many, many years. I think it was like 70 something, 77, 79. It was wonderful. We loved it. But we also have a new card kit that is called Hearts and Home. It makes 10 cards, 2 each of 5 designs, and includes a wonderful box. Now, this is available for purchase now. It's $32. The neat thing about it is it's going to be featured on World Card Making Day, and Stampin' Up! Is offering a free event to both customers and demonstrators. that you can register for. It is virtual. It's 1 hour. And I'm going to post all the details here in the group shortly after this live, as well as the link to register. Now, even if you aren't able to attend live, the recording will be available immediately after for anyone who registered. And everyone who registered is going to receive a free gift too, which is always fun. Who doesn't like freebies, right? So check that out. I actually posted it here on the group and it is so pretty. I cannot wait to get mine and start working on it. Hi, Miss Linda. I also released last week my mini catalog DSP shares. Those are still up and available. It's 102 pieces of designer series paper featuring all of the papers, both in the mini catalog as well as the online exclusives. I will cut them 6 by 6. They're $40 for local pickup, or $48 if you need me to ship it to you. And I will be taking orders for that through the 15th. So if you're interested, you will find that link up on DonnaStamps.com and you can go ahead and reserve your share of the paper. And it is all gorgeous. There's some traditional things, but there is some non-traditionals, including black, white, and gold, which is gorgeous. You're going to love it. Club Cove for the month of September. Registration is open for that. And we're going to be featuring the Charming Days bundle. Absolutely love these flowers and all the double sentiments. But the star of the show really is the dies. So you do have the 3 dies that will actually cut out your stamped images, but these standalones are simply gorgeous and you can do so much with them. So if you are interested in that, it is a monthly subscription. It is $30 for porch pickup. It is $38 if you need me to ship it. And you will receive, in this month, you're going to be getting $24 worth of product. That's going to be everything you need to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs with plenty left over. Now, if you're not ready to subscribe, that's okay too. All you have to do is let me know that you'd like that kit for 1 month only, and I will get you the information on how you go about doing that. As far as events coming up for the month of September, hi, Miss Linda Owen. There are several. First and foremost, coming up on the 20th is my Summer Fall Creative Escape. I do have a couple of spots. I think I have 2 or 3 available. It is from 9 to 6. It includes lunch and dinner. It's right here at the Marine Corps League where I do my Stamp-A-Stack. You get a 6-foot space of your own. There's going to be raffles and prizes and games. And all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to be doing a catered lunch from McAllister's, and then a baked potato bar with salad for our dinner. And that's all included. And again, it's $50. Tomorrow is the last day to register and or pay. If you've already reserved your spot but you haven't paid yet, you need to do that by tomorrow at midnight, please. And that way I can go ahead and finish up getting everything ready for you. And I have a super cute theme. I'm so excited about all the little goodies that are coming. In addition to that, we have our next Sips and Cards at Roseland Hill Winery. That's going to be on Wednesday, the 24th at 6:30. That's $35 for 4 cards, but it includes a glass of wine or beer of your choice. And they do have other drinks, etc. If you're not a beer or wine drinker. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Diana. Next up is September 28th. That is the next Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack. That's a Sunday. It's from 1 to 4:30. That's $25 for 16 cards for each of 4 designs, or free if you place a $40 order. And if you happen to be a member of my DeVille Stampers team, one of the perks is they get to come to Stamp a Stack for $16. So again, lots of perks when you are on my team. But again, this is a fun event. And I do Christmas cards August, September, October, and November, and they're always different. So 16 cards, each one different, each session. So if you're interested in that, again, all of these are up on DonnaStamps.com right now in the events section, and you'll find that link there as well. Hi, Miss Bernice. And then a save the date is, I talked to you about World Card Making Day. That is always the first Saturday in October. This year it is on October 4th. And myself, we are going to be doing Stampin' Bunko again. We had such a great time last time. It was on a Friday evening. This time it's going to be on a Saturday afternoon. We're finalizing all the details, and I will have that up for you. Now, a lot of people are like, well, I want to do the virtual. Again, the plan is we're going to do our Stampin' Bunko earlier in the afternoon so that you would still have time to go home and watch the virtual World Card Making Day event with Stampin' Up! If you like. But again, you'll be able to, once you register, you'll receive a link and you'll be able to go and, watch that replay as well. Okay, so make sure that if you're interested in any of those, all of those are up except for Stampin' Bunko, and we are finalizing all the details right now, and I will have them up for you in the next day or so that we can get that squared away. We are going to limit it, and we're just trying to figure out if we can make things work so that we can add more people that didn't get to come last time. Make sure you're commenting, saying hello, and letting me know you're here. Sometimes my glasses work and sometimes they don't. I think I've said hello to everyone. Make sure that you're also sharing. And when you share the video, type the word shared in all capital letters for me. That way I can include you in a separate drawing. So this is the card that we did on our last live. A fun fold using your designer series. I love how it pops out. And then we put a little panel on the back that you can write your message on. So this is going to go to, let's see, I've got everybody's name here that commented last time. And you can comment. People are asking me, can I comment if I watch the replay? Absolutely. Type the word replay there. And that way I know you watched it and you'll be included as well. So let's see who this is going to go to. This is going to go to Tracy Conrad. So Tracy, I will get that ready for you. And then, of course, if you share my video, you go into a separate drawing. And this is for a stack of cards from my stash. And let's see who's going to get that. And that's going to go to Nida Manscroft. So Nida, I have your address as well. And I'll get that ready for you. And then each month when you place an order in my online store that's $35 or more before shipping and tax, I like to give you a little embellishment as a thank you. And this month we're going to be doing the muted palette dots. And I promise it'll be a full pack. So don't worry about that, but I'm loving these. The muted colors are so nice. You've got Darling Duckling and what is that? Petal Pink and Garden Green and then Balmy Blue. So a nice, great for baby cards, really, but also matches some of our designer series papers very nicely. So you'll be able to get those as well. All right. Thank you, Linda. I dropped something. What did I drop? I don't know. Oh, I see it. Okay. I felt something fall. All right, back at it. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down and we're going to jump in, and I have a super cute card to show you to where you can use up your designer series papers to make some really fun cards. We actually did this card as part of my team meeting the other evening on Zoom. We did mystery stamping, and this was the design that we did. So I'll show you those as well after the fact. But let me put the camera down. And this is going to work for any stamp set, any bundle you have, any designer series paper you have, etc. And I'm actually going to be doing a tiny bit of stamping, but we're going to be using a fun item that's in the online exclusives that you may, actually, I think it's in the catalog. I say that. Let me see if I'm telling a fib. Hold on a second. Sometimes I cannot keep up. Yes, it is on page 73 of the annual catalog. It's right here. It is called Weekend Adventures, and we are going to be using the designer series paper and the sticker sheet. Now, if you have not seen these are intended for memory keeping, making scrapbook pages, but they also can be used for wonderful cards. Absolutely fun cards, and that's what we're going to do tonight. And they're also extremely reasonable. They're $17. Now, there's several of them. If you're like me and you love the Sips and Cheers, you've got that here as well. It shows you the coordinating cardstock that comes with that. There's a coordinating stamp set. And you have several of these throughout the catalog. I think there's 5. Yeah, 5. So you've got the turtles. You've got that beautiful florals in bloom. And of course, it all coordinates with the stamp sets that are separate. But then it has this extra one that's perfect for memory keeping if you are one that likes to do that. Okay. Now, in this particular pack, this is your sticker sheet. And it's wonderful because it's got borders, it's got sentiments, it's got labels. It has a wide variety of things in a 12 by 12 sheet. And then it comes with 3 different patterns, and you get 4 sheets in a pattern. So you're getting all of this for $17. So in this particular pack, again, it's a weekend camping adventure kind of thing. We have this one with a nice bubble print on the back. I love that one. You have some trees. I have it upside down. I'm sorry. Some trees with some, I don't know if you can tell, those are little acorns, which are very cute. Love this buffalo plaid. And then it has a stripe on the back. So again, a very reasonable pack that you get a lot of. Okay, so we're going to be using the sticker sheet, and then we're going to be using one of the sheets of paper. Okay, so let me tell you what your supplies are. And of course, I will post all of these for you. Hi, Linda. It's the night of the Lindas. Goodness. Welcome to everyone. So this piece is 8 by 10.5. And then you also need a separate piece of that same designer series paper. This one is 1.5 by 10. Okay. You need a 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock. In this case, this is basic beige. That is 4 1/4. That looks long. No, that's right. By 5.5. And then for some designing and decorating, I am going to use the 4th largest everyday arches. And this one, again, is in Early Espresso. I need a basic beige, stylish, goodness gracious, I cannot talk. Stylish Shapes Square. This is the 2nd largest, and then we're going to use our sticker sheet, okay? And then the stamp set that I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on is called The Right Words, and we're going to make this into a birthday card. All right, so the first thing I want to do is move these out of the way, and I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Okay, and I'm going to do some scoring. Now, like I said, this is 8 across by 10.5 long. And what we want to do is we are going to score this in 2 directions in half. Okay, so this being that it is 8 inches across, we're going to first start at 4 inches. Now I need to make sure that I have my scoring blade, which in this case on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is the lighter of the two. And I'm just going to score this lightly, okay, in half at 4. Then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to score it in half again. This happens to be 10.5, so I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay? And basically, you're going to come up with 4 panels within that sheet of paper. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that I need my paper cutter still, but you want to make sure that when you're working with this, that you look at your paper, and if it is directional, okay, that's going to come into play. This one, not necessarily, will work fine up or down. And you'll notice we've got some coffee cups, we've got some little footprints, etc. So it could be used either way, okay? What you want to do is you want to decide, first of all, let's say that this is directional, okay? You want to make sure that when you have this paper, first you decide which you want on the front. I'm going to make this my front, okay? And we're going to go ahead and consider this directional. So I would turn my paper to where it's opposite away from me, okay? If it's not directional, you don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to bring it this way toward me because this is my inside, okay? Now, lightly and just lightly, I am going to go ahead and not burnish, but I'm just going to fold on those score lines so that I can kind of see where I need to be on my next step, okay? So I'm looking at this, so I know for you, it is opposite, okay? So this is the top for me, and for you, it might be opposite, but you are going to want to cut out the top left panel of your paper, okay? So I'm going to be doing this one right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my paper back into my paper cutter. And I'm going to go ahead and line it back up at 4, okay? And I'm going to cut straight down to my score line. Now, if you want to use scissors, you're welcome to do that. But, excuse my head, you can follow your markings and take that right out, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and turn this at 5 1/4. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I find when I am cutting like this that it's easier for me to pull it toward me so that I can watch my measurements. But of course, whatever works for you is fine. Now, the piece that you cut out of the top, you're going to lay aside. You're not going to be using that for your card, okay? You can use it for your envelope. You can use it for whatever you want. So you can just lay that aside. You're not going to need it, okay? So now what's going to happen is this is going to fold over, okay? So you've cut out that top left. This is going to fold over, and then this is going to fold down. And that's going to be the structure of your card, okay? So at this point, you can go ahead and make sure everything lines up nice and use your bone folder and burnish, okay? And I like to burnish, as you know, on both sides. That way I know everything lays flat. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I want to open it up, and I'm going to fold this one down. Make sure it lines up and it's off just a bit. So just because I have actually gone ahead and scored it, I can still, because I have not, this works great with designer series paper. I can go ahead and keep that little pocket-like bubble there, and line it up and then use my bone folder. And that way my paper will line up straighter, okay? All right, so that is the first step. Well, the second step, score and cut, and then you're gonna fold and burnish, okay? So next, what we wanna do is we're gonna leave this one up here. We're gonna take this one and we are going to bend this down to make a pocket, okay? I need to look at something to make sure I'm going the right direction. Yes, okay. And I want to take my top right, and I don't need to score this. I'm just going to use my fingers, and I'm just going to bend this down and kind of press it with my fingers. And once I get it pretty well lined up, then I can go ahead and burnish it. And it's going to make a pocket, okay? So you can put money in this. You can put a gift card. You can add an insert. It's totally up to you. Now, what I want to do is I want to tack this down. If I have adhesive somewhere, there it is. And on this one, for this flap, I don't have to put a lot of adhesive. I'm just going to put it in the corner, and I'm going to bring this down, okay? Then I'm going to add adhesive onto the back, but I am only going to add it down this side and across the bottom. Okay, I don't want to put it anywhere else. You could use tear tape. You could use seal. You could use liquid glue. But again, only on this small section here and across the bottom. And then you'll go ahead and fold that over and seal it up, okay? Just like that, okay? So now we have a pocket with a flap, okay? This is going to get added to our piece of cardstock, which is what's gonna form your card base, okay? So make sure, and I'm gonna go ahead and adhere mine down, just make sure that when you do this, that your pocket is at the bottom and it's opening to the top, okay? Of course, you could flip it around, but you just wanna make sure, if you put it one way, you can flip it, but just make sure you go this way. Now, I will tell you that when I was learning to make this card, that I actually cut the wrong panel the first time, and I'm gonna show it to you in a minute. It will work either direction. So if you would prefer for it the pocket to face the other direction, it will work. You don't have to change it unless it's directional, and then it might be upside down. Okay, so there's our card base, okay? So again, I'm gonna turn it around for you so it's in your direction. You've got your card base, it's gonna flip up, and then you have your little pocket here, okay? So now we're gonna do some decorating, and we're gonna depend on our sticker sheet to do that, but I want to do some stamping also. So the first thing I'm gonna do is on the front here, I'm just going to put down flat my arch. Okay. Just like that, okay? Now, going to my sticker sheet, I want to grab this large circle that says, take to the trails and travel on foot. I'm going to turn this over, and I have an embossing buddy somewhere. If you don't have one of these, you need one. This is just a little powder bag. This is the old version that we used to have. And I'm going to just kind of take some of the stickiness out of this. Not a lot, just some, okay? And you can do that when you want to actually put dimensionals, etc. on the back. But we're not. Let's see, is that what I want to do? Yeah. Actually, let's see if that's going to hold. I jumped the gun. I put it on the wrong one. So it's okay. That's what adhesive's for. That wasn't the one I wanted to take the sticky out of. All right, so we're going to add this here in the center, just like that. Okay. Then I have this little coffee cup right here. That's the one I want to take the stick out of, okay? So I'm just going to pat this little powder pouch. This actually, it comes in the tray with the little brushes. That's kind of like an embossing kit. So you will find that in the catalog. And I'm going to add some dimensionals onto this because I want to pop this up. Okay. And I'm going to put that right down here in the corner. Okay. And then on the front, I also want to add some linen thread, and I'm just going to tie a double bow. So I'm just going to pull off. Better make that a tad bit longer. Let me see. Now I can do it. Maybe. If I don't think about being watched, I can probably do it. Let's see. There we go. All right. So just going to tie a double bow. Maybe. Come on. Here we go. Yep. Okay. Well, I let go of it. Hold on for me. We'll do it again. I can do it. I just need to not hold it so tight. There we go. There we go. Okay. Then we'll pull these tails down. Kind of get them where I want them. Pull tight. And I'm going to add that right like that with a mini glue dot. Okay. And I am going to kind of roll it ever so slightly, just so that the glue dot is not bigger than my knot. And then we're going to add him right like that. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim off just a few. I don't want it too short. And that's the first part. Okay. We're not quite done with him, but we'll do some more. Okay. So we're going to open it up. And then I have that square. And I'm going to put that square here. But before I do that, I want to stamp in Early Espresso from the Right Words. Just a masculine looking happy birthday. And I'm going to put that right about there. Okay. And then while I have my ink open, I'm going to bring my sticker sheet over. And on this one right here, I want to stamp to someone worth celebrating every single day. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right up here on this label, just like that. Okay. I'm going to put my ink away. And then we'll bring our card back in. And this little guy is going to go right up here. And that will give you a place to write. Okay. And then for my square here, yeah. Okay, for my square here, oh, I know something else I was going to do. I'm going to add him down here to the bottom, and I'm actually going to let him hang over ever so slightly, okay? So when I do this, I need to make sure that I put adhesive along the bottom, adhesive along this side, part of the way on the top, and part of the way on the side. That way, it doesn't adhere my card shut, okay? So I've got that. Then I've got one that says, it's time for an adventure. We're going to put it right there. And then I have this awesome shoe, okay? And I'm going to add him over here. Yeah, right here. Okay. So that puts our card like this, okay? And I just realized that I goofed. I'm so excited to play with this. That's okay. We can fix it. All right. So where I put adhesive, I am not going to put my adhesive eraser on. I'm just going to dab this on there. For now, I'll fix it in a minute. There we go. Okay. Because you have this piece right here from earlier. And this is going to be a belly band. I jumped the gun. I was so excited to show you this. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take this strip and I want to do the opposite. Okay. And I'm just going to wrap it all the way around. Now, I can tell you that it's slightly more than you need, but I'm not going to score it. I'm just going to place it, okay? And then if I need to trim it off, I can. Now, this is going to fit on here like that, okay? So that's where I messed up. So I think by where I've started it, it's going to be covered, so I don't need to trim anything off. I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive. See, it just shows I'm human, right? People are like, I can't do it like you. Well, guess what? I didn't do a very good job tonight because I messed up. But it's fixable, right? Okay, so now we're going to adhere these together. That gives us our little belly band. Works and slides fine. Now, we're going to add dimensionals onto here. Okay. I'm going to put them on here instead of on the back here. That way, I can place. And I'm going to add 6. And I'm just going to kind of space them out. I might actually add a few more just because I don't want it to go anywhere. Okay. So, yes, I'm dimensional crazy sometimes. But this way, we know it's not going anywhere. Okay, now take this layer, center it, and you can see by me having this here, now I don't have to worry about where I place it. I can get it lined up exactly where I want it. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, and we've got our card here. Now, I've got some neutral dots somewhere right here. And we've got like a vanilla color, or maybe a basic beige. And we've got some pecan color. I'm going to use the pecan just to kind of offset the colors. Oops, didn't grab that one. Just like that. All right. And now you've got your card. Okay. So it will go like this. It'll slide off. And then you'll have, wait, I had it backwards. Slide off. And then it'll pop up for you. And again, like I said, if you, let me grab one. This will fit. Let's see. It might be a bit big, but you can slide another piece in your pocket if you want. You could slide money in there, a gift card, whatever you want. But again, a fun little card. Great for Christmas. You can put gift cards, etc. in. You can use up all that Christmas paper that you have. Wait till you see one of the designer series papers that is in the mini catalog. In fact, let me show it to you really fast. It's 6x6 paper, so you wouldn't be able to use the paper for it. But what would make some super fun cards is right here on page 15. In this paper, it has all these little die cuts. So how cute would that be to be able to use your designer series paper, and then here's your die cuts to decorate the front if you didn't want to stamp them. And there's ornaments, cardinals, all kinds of things. You would be able to put those on the front and make some super, super cards. Okay, so there's that one. And then let me bring in the others. Let me put this one back. So here's one using the Impressions of Bloom. Okay, and again, same thing. And this is what I was talking about by the paper being directional. You want to make sure, so if you look at it this way, okay, this doesn't necessarily need to be directional, but you want to make sure that when you have that paper ready to fold, you know which way it's going to come down. So I always test it first. Okay, so there's that one. And then here's another that I was talking about where I did it backwards. It still works, okay? But you can see that the paper is going the opposite direction. And because of how I cut it, I actually cut the opposite side out. So my pocket's going the opposite direction. But they both work. So you can do it either way, whichever you prefer. And it's a great way to use up your designer series paper, but also to show off both sides, right? So 3 fun examples. Give this a try. I will post all the measurements for you up on the Creative Cove here in just a few seconds. And if you have any questions, let me know. So at this point, my work schedule on Tuesdays is becoming crazy. Crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and change my weekly lives to Thursday at 8:30 starting this week. Okay, so I'll update everything to show that Facebook Lives will be on Thursday at 8:30. That way I don't have to worry about rescheduling them moving forward because my Thursdays are a much lighter day at work. So everyone have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be comfortable. I think it might rain tomorrow for a little bit, but again, a fun time. Make sure if you're interested in coming to Creative Escape, you let me know by tomorrow so we can get you squared away. I hope to see you at an upcoming event soon. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Talk to you soon.